I really thought I had gone through every Sarah Boone letter that I could get my hands on, but something told me to just take a look at her other cases. Maybe she wrote some letters before. And what I did is I checked her traffic tickets and things like that. Nothing there. But there was the foreclosure involving her and Brian Boone that was dealt with. It didn't actually go into foreclosure. Brian Boone just paid. Well, you see, while I'm scrolling through there, I saw what looked suspiciously like maybe an entry of a Sarah Boone letter. And we got a Sarah Boone letter. Now, what is the scenario here? Well, 8/26/2022, Sarah Boone, according to the document, was served at the Orange County Department of Corrections. Yes, she was served at the jail. And this is her response. 10/1/2022. To whom it may concern, I am writing in regards to a summons I received on 9/27/2022. Now, I will again repeat, the document said the 26th, but Sarah, well, anyone who watched the trial knows she seems to not be the best with days, like involving stairs. For federal home loan mortgage versus Brian C. Boone, my name is also included. I am not involved, included, or interested in any of the foreclosure proceedings or dealings with this lawsuit. I am divorced from Brian C. Boone and have been since 2017. In our marriage dissolution agreement I signed, my rights and name were removed from said mortgage. I have not lived in the house located at, I removed it, although I know Brian doesn't live there anymore, since the divorce, nor paid to contribute in any way towards the mortgage. My name and all affiliation was released, making me no party to this now and future. After speaking to former husband regarding receiving the summons, I was told everything is taken care of and will be up to date on Monday, October 3rd, 2022. He is the one working on whatever needs to be done for the account to be current and or correct. Again, I have nothing to do with this, or however former husband Brian C. Boone and the mortgage company are handling. Please remove my name so I am no longer included in this matter. In the meantime, my former husband stated he is contacting the court and mortgage company to provide the aforementioned information so they can send confirmation letters stating my removal from this and everything therein. Thank you for your cooperation. Please send notification my letter as being received so I am aware the court, etc., is aware of my timely response should any questions or concerns arise. Please let me know. Sarah Boone. And from what I can tell, it was all dealt with, so not an issue. Wow. I didn't think I'd find any more Sarah Boone letters. I just had that feeling. And I did go back and I did look for anything maybe under George, like maybe she had written a letter to the court in any of those cases, and I didn't find it. So as far as I know, I'm actually done now. So it was a little weird seeing Sarah Boone letter again. We're all still waiting on that sentencing. Since I have you here, if you haven't watched, I do have a video on the burn pit murder, they're calling it, with Melody Ferris. I do have a video where I very quickly went over my personal overview of the case, where I was trying to play catch up because I thought the jury was coming back Friday, and I wanted to know. I wanted to have an opinion. And if you're interested in my opinion and my thoughts, it's in that video. I don't have a playlist for that, but it's there. It's a video from just the other day. And if you're interested in that case and you haven't been keeping up with it, you have time. I'm going to I think I'll schedule this on Sunday. Still have time because the jury is coming back on Monday. They might not have a decision on Monday, but they're coming back. So you have some time to play catch up if you would like. My video's under an hour, and it gives a very brief overview of the court proceedings and the things found and there's people adding their own opinions and comments and stuff and talking about things I missed. So definitely if you watch that video, check out the comments there. So Monday is looking to be interesting also because I previously covered this and I haven't covered it since. Elon Musk was supposed to go to court in Pennsylvania for, well, they're trying to put a stop to what the state was calling an illegal lottery. Elon tried to move it to a federal court. That got, I think, emergency again, pushed back down to the state court. So now it's back on Monday, and the state wants to stop him from doing the illegal lottery, at least in the state of Pennsylvania, before the end of the election, which is Tuesday. So Monday is really their last moment. So that's going on Monday. Tuesday is going to be the election itself. And if I know some people don't like election coverage or election anything really, but there'll probably be something I cover then. And then we have the day after the election. Now, the day after the election, again, there might be some legal challenges or something I talk about. Even when I talk politics, a lot of times it involves a legal case, doesn't it? But I also have a video game launch on the 6th for a game that I have played so long ago that give you an idea, I was sending in money orders to pay for the membership because my family didn't have a debit card. Give you an idea of the age of how long I've been playing that game. I was young. Well, one of the creators of that other game have come out with a new game coming out on the 6th, so I'm going to be playing that. So even if Sarah Boone comes out with a letter, a brand new letter on November 6th, I just want you to be aware there's a decent chance I don't know it happens because I am probably going to dive into that game really hard unless craziness pulls me away. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then, of course, post-election, I mean, it's up in the air. Might cover more murder cases because I kind of enjoy that, especially if I find a case early. If I can find a case before they go to trial, that'd be perfect so I can actually watch it, especially if it's broadcast, so I can watch it every day. I would love that. If you have any ideas for that, let me know. I'll probably have the chat up for this, but let me know in the comments down below in case I miss this release. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I might miss this release. But I just wanted to, since it's a short, I wanted to give a little update. And there is stuff that isn't Sarah Boone, but I am still planning to cover Sarah Boone if something new happens or something new is uncovered, or of course we have the sentencing coming up. I think that wraps it up. I think I'm trying to think real quick. I just really wanted to mention that, if you don't like election coverage, right? If you don't like that stuff, we are close to the end of the election, so, there'll be less at that point. But I do cover, I previously have covered some niche groups and, things that have happened, such as the convoy movements in America and Canada and stuff like that. So it's very niche. Maybe that's a niche you'd find interesting because some crazy things sometimes happen, or maybe not. There's nothing like that going on right now, really, for me to cover of consequence, so I haven't. So if I'm sitting there without much to cover, maybe I'll do, you know what? I don't want to say anything I'll do because I don't know. If there's no politics, there's no murder cases or court cases that I'm interested in, and there's no anything drawing me, I'm not exactly sure what I'll put on the channel. The channel might get less updates. It might not be. Generally, I do at least one video a day. It might be less. Maybe I'll do the mythical thing where I take a short break. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in and watching. The channel, this one, is kind of always evolving a little bit. It's whatever my current obsession is, because a lot of times I like to dive deep into a topic and dig into it and look into it, and sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I dig deep enough and I'm like, you know what? Maybe some other people would be interested. I can save them some time. maybe they don't want to read the documents and they prefer to hear someone else read it, and I can read the documents, especially when it comes to like the J6 cases, especially the really interesting ones, or the pro se J6 defendants that sometimes have really weird sovereign citizen defenses, things like that I find interesting and fascinating. Maybe others would as well. But again, what is next? At this point, I just have to say, I don't know. Subscribe to see. Thank you.